And
Is it possible to make my character bigger?
Yeah, you just, if you click on it, you should be able to adjust the size.
No, it's not letting us. Not adjust. Oh, okay, maybe.
Oh,
I did
only
that
manually
one.
then.
Anyone else want me to
Can
make
you
theirs
make
bigger?
me? Mine is kind of little.
Ruiners definitely needs a bump.
I imagine Forrest is still like laying down.
Yeah.
So he's laying on the floor now.
When you said there were bells and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that he's sat up.
Okay.
He's like, what the hell's happening?
So you arrived here just sitting up on the floor.
I guess, yeah.
Okay. You can kind of place your people where you want to over in this general area, I suppose.
How important is it how we arrived here? Sitting or standing? Does it?
No, it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
I just assumed you were lying in the bed.
I'm gonna move Clover next to Amanda because that's the only person she knows here.
Oh, Pippa's gonna go. She sees. Well, hello. She sees Force.
So as you look around this sort of sealed off room, you notice that the walls seem to be made of crystal. And underneath the floor, it's almost like a crystal flooring with some sort of walkable layer over it. And a number of different tables all around. And a door in the back of the room. What do you do in this room?
Pippa is looking at the walls. She is very drawn to shiny things and like trinkets and stuff, but especially like pretty rocks and pebbles. So she's basically just like admiring.
You have a question, JoJo?
Yes.
What?
No, Mallory.
Mallory.
You said this is in the past, correct?
No.
Oh.
The little side story of Eltab being freed from his tomb happened in the past. A whole
that makes sense.
12 hours ago.
Okay. Resume.
Okay.
I think I'm also investigating the walls.
Okay. Are you back there at that door looking at it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the walls and the door.
Okay.
I think he's trying to figure out what the walls are made out of besides just crystal.
Can you roll me an investigation check?
Fantastic. A 7.
A 7. I would say that from what you can tell, with your knowledge, you can kind of tell that this is not necessarily crystal on the normal plane of existence. You don't know much more than that, but you can kind of tell that this is you've traveled somewhere else.
Yeah, he doesn't
not
like
normal.
that.
Yeah. So are you looking?
He's looking at the door.
Now you're looking at the door. All right, roll me another investigation check. Let's see what's better than a 7.
Come on. Please be better. All right, 10.
A 10? That is technically better than a 7.
It is.
You're looking to see if there's any sort of like keyhole, any sort of way to get in. Oh, we just started an ad. I'll finish this and then we'll take a little ad break. But from what you see, there's no real way to open this door. This looks a lot more higher tech than you've seen around the world. So this is something a little bit beyond your understanding. And as far as you can tell, you can tell it's a door, but you can't tell how to open it or anything.
Can I try Arcana?
Yeah, roll an Arcana check.
a non-natural 20.
Non-natural 20. You're looking over, and again, there doesn't seem to be anything magical about this door. It is beyond your understanding, but it's not a magical door. It's just a very advanced technology door. So force damage examined the door to find nothing. No way in. He can tell it's a door. But outside of that, there's really no way to get in or open it or do anything else. Verma, what are you doing over at the table?
I am picking things up. I'm pulling levers. I'm doing whatever. I'm just trying to find out if any of this stuff has any clue of like where we are, or can tell me where we are, what we're doing.
Can you roll me an investigation check?
Yes. It is an 8.
An 8. You have no idea what any of this is. You see
And
what
that dice is going in jail.
What might be ingredients for potions. You see strange looking, maybe fruits or vegetables. You see some things that might be body parts from animals. You're not really sure. But as you are messing around with that, ooh,
I'm gone. Help.
Slugma dies. Slugma disintegrates.
I did the wrong thing.
Do I need to bring myself out again?
No, I gotcha.
It wasn't an accident.
The door behind force damage does open, and he sees. Can you roll me?
Initiative, yes.
Roll initiative. No. Can you roll me a history check?
Yes. That is a 6.
A 6. You don't know what this. It looks. It's metal. It's not the biggest thing ever. But but the door opens and it just sort of pushes its way past you. The door quickly slams behind it, closes back behind it, and it walks sort of over into the middle of the room. And he says, "Hello, I am Beta 6. Welcome to the Chamber of Power, holding place of Zorgon the Just. Follow me and you will understand why you are here." And he walks like a whole 5 feet over this way in front of one of the tables.
Pippa's immediately going to be following him. Hi.
Hello, Pippa.
What? How did you know my name?
Of course, I would know your name.
Okay.
Would everyone else please follow Pippa over here? Vermal, Clover, Homanda, Sigrun, Force.
Homanda sees Steak get visibly upset by the weird robot in the room. Like, it's okay. We don't know what's going on yet. And she ushers Steak over to the robot.
Well, okay.
Forrest is kind of like in the back, trying to keep his distance because he does not like what's happening.
Vermal,
Sigrun is giving a similar vibe. She's just very on edge.
Vermal,
Yeah,
please
edging.
please put that down and come over here.
He comes over, but he does not put that down.
I would like for you to look at this table. And as you look at this table, you see a very tall cylindrical flask with a cork in the top. And as you really start to look, you finally notice that there's something flittering around in there. And up to the front of the flask, facing you, comes a fairy stuck in this bottle.
Ooh.
Hello.
Oh my stars! What did you put in that drink that I had, ma'am?
Nothing, because I also see whatever is happening. This is, and also they also didn't have any. That was just between us, so I don't know what's going on.
Wait. Do you all know each other?
I
No.
only know that kid with the chocolate milk.
That's Force. He's my friend.
Well, this here's Blover.
Clover,
Over.
Clover.
As I was saying, I am Zorgon the Just. I'm sure you have questions, but we don't have much time. Your city, and in fact, the whole world, is in great danger. Yesterday, just north of Hallmark in the Earthspur Mountains, 2 would-be treasure hunters somehow managed to find their way into a magically sealed chamber that served as a prison for the demon lord Eltab. Unfortunately, their intrusion has allowed him to at least partially awaken and regain a small amount of his power. While he's unable to leave his chamber, it seems he is at least able to summon creatures to a nearby city, the one you all happen to be in, and feast upon souls of those killed by his minions. I have summoned the 6 of you because I believe with my help, you can help defend this city against the attacks he would bring upon it. If you are willing, I will give you the strength needed to fight back. As you can see, I am a bit incapacitated myself and can only give you the power to fight as rangers. But it should be enough to save the city. If you accept this power, please step up and place your hand on my container.
Pippa is like looking around and like counting all the people, and she's like, there's 7 of us. This is a cow.
He's with Homanda. They count as 1.
Cows don't have hands either.
Oh,
Vern steps
How
up.
dare you? You apologize to my friend right now.
Of course,
we-
we're very sorry.
We
I think this sounds pretty badass, though. I'm in.
yes, we kind of need to get the show on the road.
Okay,
Well, if you
Pippa
put it
is
like that.
definitely, like putting her hand on.
Sigrun is very reluctant,
Yeah.
but decides
That's
to
just
put her
Homanda's
hand-
pet cow.
Wait, do we all have to do it together?
Yes.
Title of my sex tape.
I think,
It's sort
that's
of
kind of the point.
It's sort of a team building exercise.
I mean, can I see what happens first?
Put your hand on.
No.
All right.
Sig
Put my hand-
Wait,
force.
you already touched the butt.
Force damage. Will you accept this task?
Yeah, very reluctantly, and only because of the threat of undead. He's really not happy that a fairy is telling him this.
Wow. It's 2025. Canceled. As you all finally put your hands onto the container, Zorgon also flitters up to the glass on his side and puts his hand up against it. And you all start to glow in various colors as you start to feel power surge into you that you did not have before he touched the glass. Force damage, Seeker of the Plains. You will receive the power of the Horizon Walker Ranger. I bestow upon you the Plane Crosser. As you desire to open the portals to other worlds, so shall your blade open the enemies that stand before you. As a follower of Hor, the lover of red tier gemstones, I give you the red disguise robe, that your enemies may weep tears before you. It's spelled H-O-A-R, Allie.
I thought the same thing.
Thank you. Someone had to say it. It was gonna be me.
But I don't know what gods do. Homanda Range, keeper of the cattle. You will receive the power of the Beastmaster Ranger. I bestow upon you the Life Milker. As you draw milk from your cow, so shall you draw life from your foes. As one who walks on the open range where the sky is not clouded all day, I give you the blue disguise robe. Yes, Bristle, the Life Milker.
Nice.
Pippa Nimblestitch, as the queen of... I'm doing a speech here.
Oh.
It's okay. Life Milker, I hardly know her. Pippa Nimblestitch, as the Queen of Curiosity, you will receive the power of the Fey Wanderer Ranger. I bestow upon you the... Last warning. I bestow upon you the Grimy Grabber. Your reach shall be extended to snatch away life from your foes before they even see you. As the bringer of joy and the carefree ray of light, I give you the yellow disguise robe. Sigrun. And I couldn't find a last name. Do you? Is it? It's just Sigrun, right?
Just Sigrun.
Kind of cool. It's like Cher.
Who?
Ooh.
I ain't never heard of that in my life.
She's a really famous bard from my town.
Anyway, Sigrun, as an investigator of all things dark and dead, you will receive the power of the Monster Slayer Ranger. I bestow upon you the Corpse Slayer. As one who cuts away hidden secrets of this world, so shall you cut away those who have returned from the dead. As one who hunts through the darkness, I give you the Black Disguise Robe. Vermal Muti, as one who uncovers that which is ancient, you will receive the power of the Drake Warden Ranger. I give to you Saluknir's tail. The dragon's tail wipes away its target, so shall your long, hard staff smash your foes. Like the fields you dig through to uncover the past, I give you the Green Disguise Robe. And Clover Harvest, keeper of the swarm. You will receive the power of the Swarm Keeper Ranger. To you,
that really works.
Yeah, it kind of played itself there. To you, I bestow the Heater Wing. As your bees heat their hives, the swinging of their wings, so shall you bring heat to your enemies as you swing your blade. To reflect the love you feel for creatures usually looked upon with fear and disdain, I give you the Pink Disguise Robe. You continue to feel this power wail up inside you. And then it sort of just disappears. The table next to me has your robes and your weapons. You want to go pick them up. They're color coded to make it easy.
Thanks.
Yeah, I just we're in a bit of a hurry. I figured that would probably be the easiest way to do this.
Probably smart. There's a lot of people at the table. Would someone mind grabbing the pink stuff?
Pippa's like climbing on the table because she's small and can't reach.
Oh, Sugar, I can help you once I'm to mistake here.
When you put these robes on, they will transform magically into a disguise to hide your identity. They will last for probably about an hour at this moment, to keep your identity hidden from those who may see you do battle. But please, there are people who are looking for me, like Eltab. I need you to stay secret. I need you to hide your identity as these mighty disguised, powerful rangers.
Darling, I'm the most famous sharpshooter in this here earth. How am I supposed to hide my identity?
Put the robe on.
But my shots will be obvious. Anybody can tell a Homanda range shot
Homanda.
from 10 miles away.
Put the robe on.
Amanda,
All
maybe
right.
it's like, oh my god, they think that you finally have some competition coming around. That'd be exciting.
As Homanda puts this robe on, it begins to sort of magically shift and change into a blue sort of poncho. Almost looks like a big sort of sombrero western hat and a blue bandana covering her face. So sort of a very masculine looking outfit that covers up most of who she is. So all of a sudden, as you look at her, it's really, if you didn't know, if you were just looking at her, it would have been hard to tell. And as you look over at Steak, who was once before there now, you see a cow that is not Steak anymore. Instead, you see a totally different cow wearing a blue strip of fabric with eye holes cut out over its eyes.
Oh.
Who is that?
As you can see, these robes are infused with magic that will hide your identity. Even cows will no longer be recognized as they once were. Would the rest of you please put on your robes?
Well, now I'm just curious what happens to the bees, and she'll slip on her robe.
All right, Clover, can you describe what happens when you put on your robe? What does your disguise look like?
Oh, yeah, okay, I can do that for you. I think that if we're keeping in theme and the idea of like hiding it, her beekeeping outfit turns pink, with like, but more importantly, her hat, the netting is like a pink gradient that kind of, as it goes up, is a little bit more obscure, so you can't actually see into her face. But also the beekeeping outfit is not like a sleek, it's like the heavy duty, almost like a hazmat suit. So like she now has like big pink gloves and big pink boots, and you can't tell what gender is behind the hazmat suit because she's just now big, thick thing. She is rectangle. Do the bees change color?
Yeah.
The bees also get little
They get little
bandanas over their eyes. Yeah. All of them.
Little mask.
Yeah.
She has a full swarm. They're all just little masked bees.
All the bees have little pink masks on them.
Oh my god, stunning.
Yeah. Vermal, as you put on your robe of disguise.
I have to say that Vermal was in the corner with his pants half off before he realized that everybody was putting the robe on over their clothes. But go ahead.
Could you describe what happens when you put the robe on?
So I imagine that he puts the robe on, and then it immediately cinches tight and becomes like dragon scaly. And it reaches, the dragon scales go up his neck and reaches all the way up like to his head. But it doesn't cover his whole head because his hat just stays on there. And then he the shawl, what do you call that thing? Is it a shawl?
A cloak?
A cloak that he was wearing splits in two and kind of becomes like almost dragon wings, but still hanging out of hanging from his back.
So, and within your token, you should have your own companion. I don't know when you want to.
Yeah, so I was like, so he noticed that the cow changed, and then he also noticed that the bees got little masks too. He's like, well, I mean, I guess now's as good a time as any. Let's see what happened. And so he touches the brooch, the dragon scale brooch at his neck, and it starts glowing, and then all of a sudden this guy appears. He says,
What is that?
I can't. It's too
Can you expand that a little bit?
small. I don't-
Oh my god, you
Says-
nerd. Oh my god, you nerd.
Let me introduce you all to Gonard, dragon backwards.
Oh my god.
No way.
I love him.
And he and Gonard roars a mechanical roar, and you see like lightning sparks in his mouth.
That's supposed to be like an automaton of some sort?
Well, he didn't used to be like that.
Oh.
Well, I'll be.
I think he got a little bit of an upgrade. It looks like.
I don't think Steak likes that guy.
It's okay, steak.
Force.
Keep you away from him.
Oh, that reminds me.
Sorry,
He reaches.
T-Bone.
Sorry,
I don't think T-Bone likes that guy.
he reaches. Vermal is like, oh, that reminds me. He reaches in a pocket and pulls out his raw steak and throws it at Gonard. Dragon backwards. Dragon backwards is also in parentheses and part of his name actually.
Was that get fucked and cow?
I thought it was like a one of those
Like
like,
a
cat
womp
call
womp.
whistles. Yeah.
Well,
And
yeah,
Pip,
that's true.
Pippa's like, actually, Gonard is not dragon backwards.
Yeah, I mean, I named him when I was younger.
Oh.
I didn't even realize it's not really dragon backwards.
Yeah, it would be with the G at the front.
Force damage when you put your robe on. What happens?
Good question. I think it kind of transforms into like pretty like standard. I don't know, like what looks like what would look like leather armor, but maybe like is heavier and sturdier. But then it also has like parts of it that are like kind of ethereal, like they're kind of here and kind of not here.
Around your balls?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, like I don't know, like you know the limbs mostly, I think.
Sigrun. What happens when you put on your robe of disguise?
So when Sigrun puts on her robe, it turns into what looks like just a very basic black cloak with a very large hood. However, it seems to magically obscure her face, so it almost looks as if she is just a shadow with eyes.
Jesus fucking Christ, the Grim Reaper joined the party.
And Pippa, when you put on your robe of disguise, what happens?
So it kind of takes like it's kind of shimmery as it takes form. She gets like a crown of yellow flowers on her head, and then like kind of like a Tinkerbell-ish type dress. Of course it's yellow. And like thigh-high boots, also yellow, and sparkly. And she also gets these like fairy wings on her back, and they are not useful at all, but they look pretty.
And that's what's most important.
Yeah. And then her mask kind of looks kind of like, I want to say like a butterfly type, like kind of to mimic her wings covering her face, her eyes. And Soup also gets little butterfly mask and wings.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about your worm.
I've heard that before.
Nice.
And so she's just like, oh, it's so beautiful.
I've never heard that before.
Rangers, are you ready to enter combat?
No.
Now hold on here. Who are we fighting?
Question: why are we fighting?
Because Tab is trying to destroy the world with monsters. As his monsters kill people, their souls go back to him and get him stronger so he can escape from the cave and
Right.
destroy the world. And that would be bad.
Now, can you just give me like 5 minutes? Cause like Steak here, T-Bone, he's a little full of milk right now. Sorry, she, I guess technically, cause I got to milk her. She's kind of full, and I need to milk her, and
Do you
so
have
it's more comfortable?
Do you have
Milk?
somewhere to put the milk?
Yeah, I have a flask right here in my pocket.
Do we have chocolate milk?
What
Not
do you think
pasteurized.
this is? A brown cow? No, ma'am.
Don't give that kid any more chocolate milk.
And
Oh.
Hamanda goes to milk T-Bone.
How long does this usually take?
Just a few minutes, honey. If you would stop hassling me, it would be done sooner.
Can I help?
Sure, honey.
I'm sorry. It's just I
say,
There are-
send me in. I'm ready. I'm
There-
ready to go. Send me in.
there are people dying. So I
They'll
was
catch up with me later.
hoping.
Let's go. And then Vermal jumps as like thinking he could fly. Does it work?
It does not.
Okay.
Actually,
How
can
high
you
does he jump?
can you roll me an acrobatics check?
Yes. Okay. I need a new dice. It's 4.
4. Okay. You jump up and you just sort of, you're not used to the ground and you just sort of flip and fall on your bottom.
Yeah, of course.
How's the milking coming?
Well, I
It's
think
not-
she's done. I think we're good.
Okay, are
It's
you
not coming. It's not a male cow after all.
Yeah, well, listen, I sometimes I mix up she has some gender identity issues, and sometimes she's
Are-
a man,
are-
sometimes she's a boy cow, sometimes she's a girl cow. It's
she's
moderate.
bovine fluid. I knew this when I chose, okay?
Exactly.
Would you
Yeah.
say she's non-boviary?
Oh, you're so correct. Yes, thank you. For
Okay,
giving me the
are you-
official term.
Are you ready to go fight now?
Yeah.
Okay,
And Amanda jumps on to the cow's back and rides out in a fury.
I think we do have Mallory milk also as an emote here. I think we do.
Sorry,
What?
excuse me?
What?
Yes, you do.
I'm in.
Yeah. So we do have Mallory milk here.
Oh, it's not what I expected.
No, I
don't
can't.
know how to
She
do
sent
that.
me a different emote for it, but I'm not allowed to put that one on Twitch. So
That was the one I was expecting.
yeah.
That's what 7TV is for, though.
Are you ready to? Don't worry about it. Are you ready to go into battle?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, please stand in the center of the. Where did the girl and the cow go?
Where did they?
Where did they go?
She ran out the door on
This-
her cow.
The door is not open.
Well, you should have said
Oh, you can
something.
actually pull them off of screen.
I don't know how to get her back.
Hold on, let me try something. No, you can't control Z that. You might need to pull a new token into.
I just need you to stand in the middle of the room in a circle. Doing girl and cow things.
I'm sorry, I disappeared for a second. That was pretty weird.
Oh, that was my fault. I was distracted by all of the milk talk and typed in the wrong thing.
What?
All
Let's
right.
type.
Everyone strike a pose. Beta 6 requests.
Pippa does a power pose, like her fists on her hips, and she's just like, you know, I'm here. I'm ready.
Forrest, what's your ranger pose?
I have no idea. He crosses his arms.
Okay. Amanda, what's your ranger pose?
I'm on top of T-Bone as like those what are they called, mechanical bulls?
Or a normal
T-Bone
bull.
rears up on their hind legs.
Okay.
Ready to go.
Clover, what's your battle pose?
I think she just does like the "in the name of the moon, I'll punish you" like finger gun pose. And then you just see like the swarm of bees creating a dark cloud behind her.
T-Bone is the ranger. The cow ranger. Vermal, what's your pose?
I don't know. I do an action pose in front of Gonard dragging backwards, and I kneel down, and he does a roar, and his little short arms go up.
Okay, and Sigrun?
Sigrun kneels down in her cloak, although you can't really see her legs, but you can see her arms come out and do prayer hands.
Yes, John. Gonard dragging backwards is the name. In parentheses, yes. Old GDB.
I stylized it.
So as you do your pose, Beta 6 begins to touch on this screen that's on one of these tables, and suddenly you become very shimmery where you are, and you are suddenly transported to back into the city streets.